Alright, this right here is of course the new Beast Hunters Optimus Prime. Of course, it took me 5 seconds to remember that. Very neat looking figure. First off, let's get some size comparison out of the way. Right here we have the figure that preceded him in this line, the Voyager Prime, and this guy just dwarfs him. He's easily a head taller and bulkier in every imaginable way. Just go ahead and show him from the back. And really great visual upgrade to this from this, in my opinion. And being a Voyager size review, I have to put him next to the greatest Voyager Prime that has ever been made, and they are almost exactly the same height. This guy is slightly taller, but again, this guy is bulkier. Yeah, this guy's almost a head taller. So I wonder just how much he'd be versus this other one. Just for a moment, just to satisfy my curiosity. Yeah, quite a bit bigger and tougher looking. And of course I know that I'm probably like one of only 3 people in the world that actually like this one right here a lot. Mostly because of this right here, people don't like it, but I don't know, I just like this Prime a lot. Those of y'all out there that are sharp-eyed probably noticed I had one of his guns on his backpack. You can take and actually peg them both into one fist, but I don't like the way that looks. I would have rather they gave him one larger gun than these 2 small jet engine looking ones. But since they're kind of jet engine looking, I just put it on the back like a rocket pack. And if you don't like that, I can't help it. Got a very nice sword with this figure. Nice little. They used the green clear plastic instead of the clear blue like on every other Optimus Prime. It's just a nice different touch. I like it a lot. One other comparison, and this is a big reach, and the only reason is because the wings remind me of this guy. I'm probably gonna have to make a cut here. So yeah, the wings are the only thing that made me drag that guy out. Again, I do like this guy right here. I never have reviewed him because I know so many people have, and I don't think I can add anything that they haven't said already. But I don't regret buying that, which I figured I would regret it, but really, I've got this guy in my Prime display case, and I usually just keep him kind of down like this, right next to Power Master Prime. Alright, take his guns off of him, just because I don't feel like going chasing missiles. Which, I thought I'd lost one of his missiles, but I found it inside the cushions of my sofa. Okay. Now, this guy, I think I've already said that I like him. There's no real way to hide the wings very well. You can, if you don't like the way he looks with the wings, fold them down like this, and you get a good little wing free view of him. But I dig the wings, so I almost always, like, to tell you the honest truth, I didn't even know until I just tried it just for the camera if I'd be able to get him in a good position with them hidden without it, you know, just looking off. I love that this right here has moved away from the movie look as much as it has. I mean, except for the way these new figures, they feel light for their size. This could easily, I don't know, because I was going to say he could almost fit in with the Cybertron line, because they were just some good, solid figures. It could almost fit in with the Classics Generations line, just for the solidness of it, visually speaking at least. Because it doesn't feel to me like a lot of the Prime figures I've bought. Especially this one I bought, a blue jet, I think his name is like Thunderwing, or Thunder Crash, or whatever his name was. But that figure almost convinced me to not buy another Prime Voyager ever again. I absolutely hate the figure, and one day, if y'all ask, I may review it. If I can find it, because, I just... At any rate, we're not reviewing him now. We're reviewing this guy. These enormous shoulders he's got, while they look cool, they severely limit his posability. I'm not 100% sure I've got all this stuff on his back correct, because it seems like I should be able to do something to get it just a little bit further back, but you can't. And all his arms can go up is about that far before they start hitting the wings. But you can get him in some decent looking poses by the time you hit that point. Leg-wise, he's got a rotator immediately above the knee. Can get about, not quite 90, maybe about 85 degrees in the waist. But he's very stable, got very big feet. You can get him stable in a lot of poses. And have I mentioned that I like this guy a lot? It's nice to get a tough looking good Prime that's not just all cut up and, I don't know, just like this one right here. There's parts of him that I like, but all in all, I mean, if you compare these two, he just looks almost frail next to the mountain of awesome that this is. I don't know, just, I guess it's just a personal thing, because this looks like an armored up, tough, bad Optimus Prime to me, which is always a wonderful thing. The only thing that could have made this even better is shoulder cannons, which, you know, he doesn't have, but, oh, but wait. No, that really doesn't work. It was a thought, but sometimes the thought doesn't count, and that's one of the times. But anyway, to get into the transformation, to get into the transformation of this guy, it's pretty straightforward. Got a very easy, intuitive transformation. The only thing that kind of gets in its way of the easiness of it sometimes is the backpack, which I wish they would have made it detachable just for easing up the transformation. But it is nice that it's as integrated as it is, to where it doesn't just feel like an add-on, like Animated Prime's axe that became the thing behind his cab. Okay, what you're going to do, like I said, I've already kind of folded this away. You probably saw how I did that, so I'm not going to go back and describe to you in disgusting detail just what all I did, because y'all are intelligent people and y'all saw it. Going to take and point his hands, his arms straight out in front of him, just in preparation of later steps. This right here is going to come out of his back. This is going to split, and kind of a miracle happens and you unfold all this. And then they have this joint right here, right below the windshield. You're just going to rotate the whole thing right there, like that. Whenever you get that rotated, now all of a sudden this part's tippy. You're going to take this section you folded out of his back, fold it up underneath here, and make his truck grill. Then you're going to take his shoulders and rotate them around, and they've got these gray panels that were next to the cab. They're just going to take and come around, and his shoulders are going to go up inside of the chest where all this was before. So that's just going to fold like that, neat as can be. And unfortunately, the arms don't clip together. But everything else clips to the arms, so it does end up sturdy enough. You're going to take and fold the feet, the heel spurs, up into the feet. The feet don't even have to move. They've got all this range of motion, and I don't know why, because it's not necessary for maybe a little bit, like out to right there, just for posability. But it's got all, you can put the toes down that far, which, like I said, really wasn't needed. It would have been nice if they would have, instead of giving it that much, given it something to where the ankles would have swiveled. But, you know, beggars can't be choosers, and I think that Hasbro's just decided we're all beggars. So anyway, they got these pegs on the forearms that are going to go into these holes in the shins. Like that. Then the legs and the calves are going to peg together and hold themselves together. Oh no, I forgot to put his head away. Oh, dadgum. I knew something was going wrong. Okay, so anyway, we're going to take the arms back out of the chest, fold this around, and now put the shoulders back into the chest. No big crisis, everything's good. So anyway, I've been having a pretty good day. I've got stuck offshore for 3 weeks, and 3 weeks on a platform is a long time. No Facebook for 3 weeks. Just imagine that. Okay, now they've got this right here. Gonna take, and they've got some pegs right here on this red piece that are gonna peg into the thighs. And they don't really peg in very well at all, to be completely and totally honest. But, you know, they can't put a round peg on anything anymore. There's some sort of Hasbro law that round pegs are illegal now. But once you get them in place, it does do alright as long as you don't drop it, move it, touch it, look on it, or breathe on it. Look on it. Look at it or breathe on it. As long as you don't do any of that stuff, you're fine. So now you're going to take this and just put this down, and there's yet another rectangular peg that goes into something. And what kills me, no, wait, that's a screw hole. I was going to say they had a round hole right here that they could have pegged it into, but they don't. So you got another rectangular hole going into the forearm right there. Oh. And you've got so much stuff pegging into each other that it gets to the point where whenever you try and peg one thing in, it unpegs something else, mostly because it's rectangular pegs instead of real, honest American round pegs. I know there's nothing American about this. I'm just being Josh here. Yeah. Excuse me one second. I gotta stop talking because I gotta hold my mouth right for this. Ah, there it goes. It's just finally snapped in. Okay. So you've got it at this point right here. And now that you've got all this pegged together, there's another 2 pegs from this piece back into the forearms again. So at this point you've got 3 different things pegged into each forearm. And I don't know why they didn't just put one more peg between the forearms to make everything stable. And now this isn't pegged in again. Now it's pegged in again. Did anything come out? No! Great success. Okay. So now you've got this here. Oh. You've got this here. Don't breathe on it, Josh. Don't look at it. I'm looking at the camera right now, not at this. But I'm afraid if I look at it in the camera viewfinder, it'll come unpegged. So I'm just got my eyes closed now. Actually, that's a lie, because I'd never find these pegs if I was actually doing it with my eyes closed. But at any rate, you peg in all of his... Oh, no! Something came... Oh, no. Something came unpegged. Okay, it's just the legs unpegging from each other. No big crisis. We're all good. We're all good. All right. And I'm just going to pretend I didn't launch a missile over there, just for the sake of finishing this. Oh, no. Okay. So anyway, now that we're done with our origami robot here, I'm going to go ahead and kind of freeze frame for a little bit, and through the magic of video editing, which I haven't used the magic of video editing near as much as I should have for the last while, because my videos are getting entirely too long, probably because I talk too much, because I could have cut all this out if I just shut up. And size comparison time yet again. Here he is. Here's his previous form, and even though this one is a little bit longer, and actually just a little bit taller, you can really tell just how much more material is in this one right here. I mean, he's not even a semi-truck anymore. Which, isn't it nice to see a brand new design Optimus Prime that is not a long nose 18-wheeler. But at any rate, yeah, I couldn't think of anywhere else better to stick this. Let me just... Oh, that actually works pretty well. Anyway, what was I saying? Yeah, this guy is almost just like the cargo truck of impending doom. And I love him for it. Not like you're thinking. I just like him a lot. So, anyway. And then, here he is next to this guy, which... This guy's a lot bigger, but again, that is probably just because of this big chunk right here. So, due to that, he is longer. So anyway, but almost none of this ends up being robot mode. Anyway, y'all have a good day, because I'm rapidly losing my mind. I wanted to review this guy and make it a threefer, but I just can't at this point.